Welcome to the Me Big Man Show. I'm Matty,
I'm Jonathan.
and this is our first episode back for season 2. Wanted to take a moment to welcome back our listeners from season 1 and all the new listeners that we have out there. You may be wondering why we took 7 months off.
And it wasn't to build a bunker, that's for sure, for the upcoming election. That's not what was going on.
No, we did not build a bunker. No, that's for sure. But what may or may not have happened, because I have plausible deniability, none of you were there. But there may or may not have been a night of extremely heavy drinking.
Yep.
And there was a sporting event that night. Might or might not have been. I have to maintain plausible deniability because, you never know. You don't want to outright admit what happened. And who knew that hobos were angry and mean? I didn't know this.
I thought them being outside and having all that fresh air, they'd be more peaceful, loving people, but I don't think that was the case for you.
That was not the case. So there may or may not have been a very disgruntled hobo and an altercation that occurred. And during the course of that altercation, I may or may not have sustained an injury in the form of a lacerated spleen and several broken ribs, at which point I ended up in the hospital. I may or may not have ended up in the hospital with lots of pain pills. I was in the hospital probably, 3 weeks or so, 3 or 4 weeks, and then lots and lots of rehab and massive amounts of pain medication. But we're back now. That's the important part.
Mm-hmm.
But who knew hobos could fight so well? My God. Anyways, so just a little tip for everybody out there. Don't fight a hobo if you can avoid it.
They're sprawly and they're fast. Actually,
right? He was very spry for a hobo.
And it was a nighttime. I may have been a nighttime hobo, and those guys are just extra level of sensory aware and numb.
Yeah. No. It was nuts. Let's just put it that way. So, just an injury. But we're back now. So this is like a preview episode for everybody. Not our typical episode, but we just wanted to give you guys a preview.
And you may be wondering where all the other episodes are, and they're locked away in the vault because we're actually going to be changing how we present the show. So everything that we've done is now locked away in the Me Big Man Cave vault. So you'll be getting snippets of that later.
Yeah, snippets from the first season, not the whole episodes.
Redacted. No one will.
Totally. The government made us redact parts of the first season, but we will parse some of them out as we go. So today, Jonathan, and this is fitting for our first little mini episode back, but today is International Men's Day.
Yeah, November 19th, I believe.
Yep, November 19th. It is International Men's Day, celebrated in over 60 countries around the world. Kind of cool to come back on International Men's Day. I'm glad we get a day. I'm shocked we get a day. Are you surprised that there's an International Men's Day? I didn't even know that.
I was kind of suspecting that was the case, but when you get accused of being misogynist a lot, it's like, every day is Men's Day. What are you talking about? But it's nice to be actually recognized for it, because I don't think there is, really. I didn't know about it.
I didn't know about it either. But from the official International Men's Day website, they have a quote, and I quote, "Men make sacrifices every day in their place of work, in their role as husbands and fathers, for their families, for their friends, for their communities, and for their nation. International Men's Day is an opportunity for people everywhere of goodwill to appreciate and celebrate the men in their lives and the contribution they make to society for the greater good of all." That's their direct quote from their website. I think that's a pretty jerk-off quote, if you have to ask me, but I think we deserve a day, at least. Yeah, mm-hmm. I don't know why we don't get a month. There are other people that get months. I feel like we might deserve a month, but I'll take a day.
Take a day, take an afternoon.
Right.
Just give us an afternoon to watch the game. That is a lot for a lot of these men out there. Just leave us alone for 3 hours.
Well, I think there are some people that would argue that we get Men's Day every Sunday during the NFL season. I think there are some people that would argue that. But it is nice to have an actual day where we get recognized.
Mm-hmm.
But Me Big Man, our show, is a salute to men every single day. We do this every single day, and it is a salute to men. So technically, I guess, through our show, men get a day every day of the year, right?
You know, we're kind of like Morningwood. We're there to greet you and welcoming you to a brand new day, okay? So we salute you, men.
We do. We salute you every day. We celebrate all things men.
Yeah.
Whiskey, women, sex, sports, cars, sex, drinking, sex. Yeah, we celebrate that stuff every week on this podcast. So I guess if those kind of things resonate with you as a man, or if you're a woman trying to figure out why we leave the toilet seat up, or why we can pass a completely full can of rubbish and not take it out, or why we can think about nothing and literally think about nothing, then you should join us here every single week.
Yeah, and if you are a lady and you had an opportunity to catch up season 1, we actually had a lot of female guests on the show to give us insights into the female psyche and how men can, you know, maneuver their way through the webs of deceit and lies and just overall disappointment of like, what are we doing here? But we love it so much, but we're just stuck.
Yeah, maybe not deceit and lies. No, we're not claiming that you guys are deceitful or you lie to us. It's just that maybe we don't understand the way your brain works. So, I mean, totally. We're here to help you navigate the minefield that is life as a man. So let's get it out of the way here, man. The election, it just happened. And Donald Trump is going to be our president.
45th.
The 45th, that's right. 45th president of the United States. The reaction pretty much around the United States and even around the world has been a little bit of a scream, people freaking out, riots in the street. That's happened.
This is kind of the equivalent of, you know, everyone was at the club having a great time, and the moment before the ugly lights came on, you know, but you've already been playing with this, and then it's just like, oh my God, what happened? You know, that's why you never take photos at a bachelor party, or you just don't go back and reflect on these things. But it's here. It happened.
That's right. That's a great example. And, you know, the bottom line is the United States has survived 44 presidents. It's not as if the 45th is going to end the world as we know it. But, you know, people were upset. I can understand. I mean, look at Trump. You gotta kind of look at the guy. His spray tan makes him look like a Cheeto, you know, right off the bat. I mean, you got to understand, he most closely resembles a snack food.
Well, and that's what surprises me, because orange, they've done studies, orange is a natural soothing color. So why aren't people more relaxed and more like, oh.
And people love Cheetos.
I want to listen to this guy. That's why his rallies were bigger than anyone else. People were like, wow, what's going on?
He's orange. I feel better all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit like an Oompa Loompa. You would think, though, seriously, as a billionaire, because he's a billionaire. I mean, the guy, $1 billion is a lot of money. You would think that he could afford a better spray tan than that.
I think the big thing is time.
What do you mean?
Well, you're always busy. You're always creating something. You're always working on something. You're always tweeting to someone or getting an argument with someone. Like, you just have to fit it in.
So the culprit here is that he needed a fast spray tan, is what you're saying.
I'm not even fully aware of the schedule on it, but it's you know, you just gotta jump in. You can't, to do a natural tanning, for those that have tanned, it takes a while. You got to build up your base. You got to maintain it. Sometimes it's nice to just jump in and go, you know?
Right. So that's why he looks like a Cheeto. Or an Oompa Loompa, depending. A very big Oompa Loompa.
I think he looks great.
I think he looks a little bit orange. I'm just saying.
Okay.
And then, you know, on the other side, you had Hillary, who was 70 years old and had more makeup on than, you know, a clown.
Yeah.
And, you know, whatever, whichever way you lean, doesn't really matter. We're not here to judge one way or the other. It's just...
You can definitely tell that after the election, Hillary was having a lot of sweatpant days and just gave up on a lot. It's like doesn't matter anymore. Like she was at that children's event the other day, and you can compare to a week ago. It's like, well, obviously you just kind of settled and gave up on this is the way it is. Sort of like you find out you're in a relationship. You're like, well, fuck.
Right. I think that was the attitude of a lot of people after she lost was, well, fuck. Here we are. Like, a lot of people were very upset at this whole thing. I mean, there have been riots in the streets over this, people holding up signs saying, not my president. And I hate to tell you, but he is your president. That's the way the Constitution works. I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure he's your president. You don't have to like it, but he's definitely your president.
And that's the big thing, too. It's like all of a sudden they have lots of enthusiasm. You know, it's almost like they're being paid to be there. You know, it's just like the way they're acting. It's like some of these signs are very high professional and some of them are like cardboard and shitty. It just kind of makes you wonder. It's like, who has the time to do this?
And I think this is what happens. And listen, if you have been out there protesting Trump's election, that's your call. That's freedom of speech. That's part of what America is built on. It's a wonderful thing. But this is what happens when every child gets a participation trophy and they grow up in a world with Facebook. Just saying.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're not criticizing, we're just pointing out.
Yeah.
So in the spirit of the show, we have a public service announcement for all of you on International Men's Day. So take a listen to this.
2016 was a rough year.
The bombings of Aleppo and the Syrian civil war.
The multiple mass shootings in America and abroad.
ISIS.
Natural disasters.
And of course, the election of Donald Trump as President of the United States.
These events have left many around the world feeling angry, distraught, sad, and downright depressed. But it doesn't have to be this way.
It's time for us to come together as one. It's time to put our differences aside and feel better.
Not just better, it's time to feel great again.
That's why we here at Me Big Man have named December 12th as International Me Big Man's Fuck the Pain Away Day.
That's right. Today, all of us need to pick a partner and fuck the pain away.
Grudge fuck, angry fuck, feel good fuck, just fuck the pain away.
And the next day, we will wake up in a much better mood and be ready to face all the problems in our world head on.
So go on, pick your partner, and get to fucking. We're doing this for the world.
This message brought to you by the American Fuck More Initiative and the producers of The Me Big Man Show. To learn how you can support the International Fuck the Pain Away Day, be sure to visit mebigman.com.
And that's it for today. Tune in 2 weeks for our first official episode launching November 30th. Between now and then, you can catch us through several mini bits that we'll have posted on the site.
And be sure to get your daily dose of Me Big Man by checking out mebigman.com, following us on Twitter, and liking us on Facebook. There will also be special tidbits and announcements in between the episodes, so just go to mebigman.com to stay informed and stay big men.
This show is produced by us, Jonathan and Matty. It's made possible by all of you, our awesome listeners. You're the reason we do this every single day. This show has become our full-time job, and we love creating and producing it for you. Check out our website at www.mebigman.com, and if you'd like to learn how to support us further, head to the website and click on the Support tab. Until next time, guys, stay big men.